Hello guys, welcome back to Beyond the Realms, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Criterion Blu-ray version of the original 1954 Godzilla. This is actually my very first Criterion Blu-ray, or DVD for that matter. I actually have not bought one before. I've seen many. I know a lot of friends have had some. But I've never bought one myself until this version. So, the story of Godzilla is there are these this Japanese fishing boat is attacked by a flash of light near the Odo Island. And nobody's really sure what happens. The ship is lost, so another one's sent out to investigate. And only a few of those guys survive. So, they don't know what's going on. There's this crazy guy that's saying that it's the Godzilla that's doing this. Excuse me. But nobody knows exactly what's going on. There ends up being this village that there's this huge storm that happens and shit, and they find all these things that look like footprints. There's smashed houses, and people swear that this Godzilla attacked it. So, they're doing these H-bomb tests, and apparently, this crazy guy's talking about how there's these pockets under the ocean that, you don't want to open. That, you never know what could be down there and shit like this. So basically, that's Godzilla is awakened from these H-bomb tests. And then of course, you don't have to really say anything past that. Godzilla comes and fucking wrecks everything. But this first film, there's two versions of it on here. There's the American version, the Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then there's also the original Japanese version. The version that I am reviewing is the original Japanese version. And I gotta say, I think this is the very first time I've seen this version, and I was pleasantly surprised by how its message was actually pretty deep. I'm used to Godzilla movies that's just crazy action, a guy in a suit, two guys wrecking, the whole city, Godzilla versus Mothra and all this stuff. I'm not used to something that, actually has some historical meaning to it that's parallels to real life, with the H-bomb testing and, radiation and stuff like this. And basically, this movie is taking all of those fears and embodying it into Godzilla. I'll get it out there sooner or later. That's basically what they're doing with the Godzilla film, this original version. So it's actually, it has a lot of deep meaning to it, which I thought was really cool, and it was unexpected. I did not expect all of that. Now, of course, the effects in this are quite laughable by today's standards, even by standards of the time and a lot of stuff. I mean, even a film like King Kong that was 20 years before this is still on a better level than this. But that you don't really look at that stuff, and if you do, it's really to look at it for the charm of it, and they were doing the best they could do for a low budget Japanese film, and there's a lot of composite shots. There are a lot of shots of a man in a suit walking around as Godzilla and stuff like this. But even then, there are some scenes that are really cool, man. Some of the wreckage of the city, the destroying of the train, and knocking down the power lines and all the stuff. It looks really cool. But Godzilla it's a really good film. It's only, let's see, it's 96 minutes long. I did tend to think that it drug a little bit at times, and I think it's, I don't know, really. It kind of was dragging at times. I kind of was wanting it to kind of get on with its point, but I did like how it took them a long time to fully reveal Godzilla. Like, you'd see little things here or there. You would see him pop up over a mountain. You'd see his head and stuff like this, but you didn't see him full on until close to the end of the film, and I thought that was really cool. They took time to build the story. It took them quite a long time to figure out what exactly was going on, which I thought was cool. I actually liked that. But yeah, guys, it's this is just a seminal classic all the way around. This is the one that started it all. No question about it. Really awesome edition here from Criterion. There's quite a bit of special features here, which Criterion's known for doing. I didn't get to check them all out, but I did get to look through some of them. You know, there's stuff on here about the historical significance of Godzilla, and then there's, you know, the where they have one where they talk about how they reworked the original uncompressed soundtrack. There's audio commentary with some film historians, and just on and on and on. So, you know, Criterion did a really good release with this. You know, I can't talk about Criterion without kind of bashing on them a little bit, guys. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people that watch my channel are Criterion fans, but I'm not at all. I am really not a Criterion fan. I think that they put out overpriced releases, and I think there's a lot of pretension behind a lot of Criterion stuff, which I just can't get behind. That's just my personal opinion. I mean, I know, you know, they put a lot of work into them. You know, they do a lot of special features and all this shit, but I don't know. There's no reason for this to be $29, guys. It's a single disc edition, and this motherfucker was listed as $29, and that's pretty typical for Criterion stuff. I did get the store to match Amazon's price for $20, and that's the only reason why I got this. But, you know, like I said, this is my very first Criterion release that I've ever owned, and that is the reason why, because I think that they are severely overpriced, and I don't get it with a lot of Criterion stuff. That's just my own rant there in the middle of this review that I apologize for if I offended you or if you disagree, but that's my opinion. But this film itself, no doubt one of the best, you know, monster movies of all time. I think there ended up being like 55 sequels or some shit like this. That's just unreal. I mean, that's probably like the most sequels out of any film ever in history, I would say. Even probably over James Bond, isn't it? I believe. I don't know. I didn't really research before I did this, but yeah, so, I mean, there's just no denying, you know, how significant this film is, how awesome it is. I really enjoyed it, guys. I give this film an 8 out of 10. You can't go wrong with Godzilla, and some of the sequels are just so much fun. You certainly can't go wrong with those either. The special features on this, they're good. I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as far as the special features go. Now, the picture quality on this, it's pretty decent. It's, you know, I'm sure, you know, like with anything this age, they're working with the best materials that they have. There's a lot of scratches in this, a lot of noise going on in the picture, but still, even then, there's still a certain type of clarity to it that you can only get with Blu-ray releases. So picture quality, guys, I'll give it a 7 out of 10, which is really excellent for this film and its era. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, guys. Enjoyable film. If you've never seen the original Godzilla, check it out. You know, a beautiful release by Criterion. Even all the bashing I just did of them, I can't deny that this is a really nice release. And I'll try to show you inside here real quick if I can get it open with one hand, since I don't have my tripod out and I'm using one hand to record and one hand to hold up this Blu-ray here. But, okay, I got it out here. I want to show you this real quick. An awesome fold out here. Pretty cool. I like that. Yeah. So, like a trifold. Nice release. And it also comes with a book that has an essay on it by some film historian. So cool stuff, guys. They go all out. If Criterion's your thing, I'm sure you already have this version. And if Criterion is your thing, maybe you're going to bash away at me for talking shit about them, but oh well. So yeah, that is it, guys. That is Godzilla. I'm Jason. I hope you are doing well. Have a good one. Later.